What's going on, Sunbelt fans? Start this one off a little different today. All right, got that out of the way. Let's talk about how horrible last night went. First off, we thought we'd have a good, quiet night, take the wins we thought we should have. We thought Marshall would beat Greensboro, and Texas State would more than easily take care of Mary Harding, who ends up being a Division III school. I didn't even know that. I thought they might be D2. They're a non-scholarship Division III school, and Texas State got beat by them. They didn't even have a lead until a minute 40 left in the game. That only lasted 20 seconds. They were 2 for 17 from three-point, and they shot under 40% for the night. Marshall also shot under 40% for the night. The bigs really outperformed in the Greensboro game. They just were a little bit better. Hannah Logden didn't have a great game. Kinney still had a pretty good game overall, but it wasn't enough to overcome a pretty poor night from the rest of the Marshall squad. They're a much better team than what they played there in Greensboro. I don't know if it was a little bit of a travel thing or what it was. Marshall had the crowd on their side. They have a lot of alumni in the area here in North Carolina, which was very evident as well when I went to the soccer game against Elon. So good thing is Southern Miss took care of business just as we kind of predicted. They wouldn't really struggle there with Lamar since they've already played them. But just wanted to go over and rehash kind of what happened last night before we get into tonight, December 14th, 7 p.m. tip. On the ACC network, we have App State taking on Wake Forest. Wake Forest is a 12.5-point favorite. They are 5-0 at home currently this year, and they are on a 2-game skid, but those opponents have been LSU and Clemson, where App State's 2-1 away. Honestly, the smart money here does favor Wake Forest no matter what. They've had a little bit of a tougher schedule, and even in that tougher schedule, they have a better record. But they are on a 2-game skid. This is one of those ones where what kind of home court advantage does Wake Forest really have? App State, for those of you that don't know, is just an hour or so away time-wise. So App State's going to have a big contingent there. They're really going to want to have this one. They already squeaked out the victory against Louisville. Can they do it again? If they're going to do it, they are going to need big games from Abson and Gregory. Both of those guys are going to have a big and a guy who shoots. You got to have a well-rounded game against an opponent like Wake Forest. I'm hopeful that App comes out with the victory, obviously with what you see behind me. But again, smart money is probably to stick with the Wake Forest pick. No matter what, hopefully it's not a 12.5-point spread that actually ends up taking place in that one. 7 p.m. Again, no TV or streaming for this one, it looks like, but Coastal does travel all the way up to South Dakota. Sadly, Coastal's only 1-3 on the road this year, while South Dakota is 3-1. They did already play, and Coastal won that one 66-59. But again, that was down there in Conway. This is the opposite direction here. We'll see what can happen. I'm hopeful that Coastal can come out with the victory again, but that home and away record does not favor Coastal. They're going to have to play really well. They're going to have to shoot the ball really well and play some solid defense if they hope to beat a team they've already beaten once by 7 points. It's going to be a bench difference, honestly. Last time the bench was points off the bench was the biggest difference in the last one. They scored 3 times as many points off the bench. So can't have that type of thing happen the opposite way. They've got to have the bench on their side tonight in order to win that one. Another 7 p.m. tip. This one is televised or streamed on ESPN+. Morehead State travels down to Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern is a 5-point favorite. Morehead 0-4 on the road, while Georgia Southern is 4-1 at home. So the big matchup you're going to watch tonight for that one, and the way this game's probably going to be won, is Morehead has a guy named Gross, who's their entire team for the most part. And then Georgia Southern, Savrasov, it's going to be those two down low battling it out. And both can also score points, also as well as playing defense. So whoever wins that battle, their team is likely to win the game. I'm going to go with Georgia Southern. They've been playing well at home. Again, that 4-1 home record. I'm going to favor them to go ahead and take care of business against Morehead tonight. 7:30 ESPN plus Sam Houston travels to ULM. Sam Houston is an 11-point favorite. They're 3-2 in their last 5. Meanwhile, ULM just 1-4 in their last 5. Sam Houston State has a much better defense overall. And if ULM has any chance in this one, because smart money is on Sam Houston in the points here, I think, they're going to have to just shoot lights out. They're going to have to shoot better than they've shot in any game this year. I unfortunately don't see that happening, but hey, we're a Sunbelt conference, we're a Sunbelt podcast, we're a Sunbelt videos. We want the Sunbelt to take the victory, so I'm rooting for ULM no matter what. ESPN plus 8 o'clock, Georgia State travels to number 19 Auburn. Auburn is a 20-point favorite in this one, partly because Georgia State 0-1 on the road so far this year, while Auburn is a 6-0 home record, 8-1 on the season. So the one thing you do need to note there is that one loss was just the last game. So does that play into their mind a little bit? Does that help Georgia State here? The problem I see with Georgia State coming out with a victory in this one is, if you look back at their schedule, they don't really have any good quality wins so far. So to go into number 19's house and beat them on the road on the 20-point spread, I don't see it happening. I hope I'm wrong. I know that they were close in Georgia Tech, but Georgia Tech, if you look at them, they're not that strong so far this year. Auburn is a much better team than that. Hopefully, at the very least, Georgia State can keep it within that 20-point spread. 8 p.m. Eastern to end the night here, we've got Southeastern Missouri State taking on Arkansas State down there in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Southeast Missouri State 2-3 on the road. Arkansas State 5-1 at home. They are favored by 3.5 points. Southeast Missouri State 4-game losing streak. That's one of the reasons Arkansas State is favored there. They do already have a common opponent this year, which is UC Davis. The interesting part here is that Southeast Missouri State just suffered a 2-point loss to them, while Arkansas State suffered a 15-point loss. So that may play into this one. Hopefully it doesn't too much. Hopefully Arkansas State can come away, since they're playing there at home, and can easily take this one in the end. That's it for tonight's preview. Hopefully the Sun Belt can turn things around, because last night was not good. It wasn't pretty. It's not what we want, besides Southern Miss, obviously. So hopefully we have a much better night tonight, but we're really going to have to play well across the board for that to happen. So good luck to the Sun Belt team. Thanks for watching.